this highlight today. Killing it. I always fidget. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have created this intense makeup look. I have went for these full black smoky eyes. I don't know why my eyes were closed there. These are really intense. They're really lovely to wear. They're really grungy. I'm using the word really a lot. I wanted to do this for a while now. I haven't done this kind of look in quite a long time, so I was a wee bit scared about actually trying to do it in front of the camera without actually practicing first. I'm actually really happy with the way that it turned out. Trying to blend black is going to be the hardest thing you have to do when you're ever doing makeup, to be honest. So considering I didn't really practice beforehand, I am super pleased with the way that these eyes turned out. Look at my highlight today. Look at it. Look at it. Again, I am not happy with the sound that my phone is picking up. For some reason when I'm doing a backwards camera, which I use to do my intro and my endings, the sound is pretty much fine. So yeah, sorry about that. Please keep on watching if you would like to see how I created this makeup look. Hello lovelies, got James Charles ripping in the background because I'm using his palette. I've already done my eyebrows as usual using my Revolution Brow Promade in the shade Taupe. My nails are a mess. Please excuse the best. This looks like a riot just now. Black shadows always do. To set my eye, I'm going to take the PLouise Base in the shade 2 as always. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Dual brush. So I'm just going to begin to carve out my brows, underline the brow and pull the product down the way. You know, I actually had a bad dream the other night where I uploaded a video and both of my eyebrows were totally uneven. It's just actually so weird how they're the kind of dreams I have now. I actually had another one as well where I hadn't edited my video properly and there was loads of stupid things in it. Life of a YouTuber. So I've just switched to my flat brush by Ellen Tracy and I'm using this to pat the rest of the PLouise Base all over my eyelid. I'm wanting to use quite a lot of this today because it can be pretty difficult to get the pigmentation of the black to pull through. So I'm just making sure that I cover the entire lid. I use both sides of the brush to pat in the product so it gets nice and tacky. If you've done the rest of your makeup and you get fallout, you'll have a big mess there and it'll be really difficult to take off without taking off the rest of your makeup. So I would always do your eyeshadow before your face makeup if you are working with a dark colour. The first shade that I'm going to go in with today is this big pan here. It's called Tune. It's just one of the perfect transition colours that James has in his palette. To apply this I'm using a big wide fluffy brush from A-Body and I'm just going to take this and sweep it all along the underneath of my brow. Pulling this down a wee bit just till it meets until it meets my crease. I'm also taking this pretty far out beyond the brow at the outside as well as the inside because this is a pretty smoky eye. This is a lovely shade for pretty much anything pretty. Next I'm taking my medium shadow brush from Real Technic. It's a pain in the arse to lift this palette because it's so big, so I'm taking the orange shade 518 on this brush and I'm just going to go in the crease and slightly above and I'm just going to blend this with wiper motions round the eye. As you can see over here, I've got quite a rounded shape, so I'm going to mimic that on this side. And I'll take this right down into the inner corner. I want to take it a wee bit higher underneath the brow bone here, just below my arch. And I'll also take it down to my outer corner of the lash line, just like this. And I'm just kind of dragging the product out, just so it smokes out enough. This is my preferred way of the outer corner, just dragging it out rather than trying to blend it right now. I'm just using the transition shade again on the original brush to go over all my edges, just patting over them. Next thing I'm going to do is take this small curved brush. This is the one by Ellen Tracy, and I'm going into the black shadow in the James Charles palette called Spooky Bitch. And immediately I'm just going to dab this all over the eyelid so that colour's stamped on. So I'm going to kind of go for this semicircular kind of shape, doing this on the immediate eyelid just now. The immediate eyelid? What the hell is that? So I'm just continuing to stamp this around. I'm going to take extra care on the inner corner. Here is a useful tip. Basically, sometimes black pigment doesn't actually pull through as well as you want it to. So what I used to do, especially before I had PLouise Base, is I would take a black kohl eyeliner pencil and exactly what I've just done with the shadow I would do with the kohl eyeliner. Basically colour your whole lid in with the pencil and then put the shadow on top of it, and that makes the black pull through so much more. PLouise Base have actually brought out a coloured range, but one in particular is the black one, and obviously that would have worked wonders for this look. I'm now just going into my Zoeva 224 brush, and I've just put a tiny bit of spooky on the brush. This part takes time. I start in the middle with the brush pointing down the way, and just on the edge I go round in wee circle motions to slightly blend this up the way. This really is something that I will take so much time with. The reason this takes such a long time is if you over blend, you can take the black up too high and then you'll just look like a big panda. I'm just taking this one wee bit at a time in wee circles, picking up my brush and then moving on to the next part. So I'll literally do this all around the eye. If you feel like you're losing pigment as you're doing this, just pick up a wee bit more on the brush. Continue to go round in those little circular motions. As I get to the side, I've got my brush this way. It's almost like a clock. Yeah. So always keep the brush to the centre of your eyelid. So as I'm working around, I'm turning it like this. And as I go to the inner corner, I'll turn it this way. A lot of patience is required for this kind of look here. There's a lot of back and forth as well. But I promise if you actually take the time to work through this really slowly, it'll pay off in the end because it's such a stunning outcome. When it gets to the inner corner, I find it a wee bit easier to kind of push the product out a little, kind of like wee flicks. Now I'm just going to do the exact same thing again, but I'm going to put more product on my Zoeva brush. And I'm just going to all the way around again, little circle motions, taking this slightly higher and blending it into the orange shade. I'm just going to take the flat brush and apply more of this over the lid. As you move around the pigment with your brush when you're blending, some of the colour payoff moves around as well, so a couple of layers might need to be added as you're going through the whole makeup look. The next thing I've done was take the exact same brush with the black on it. I've just went into the shade 518, so back with the orange colour on my brush. And now I'm going to do the same thing I've done before, but start on the orange shade and blend down the way. So again, in little circular motions, blending down into the black. Black is probably the most difficult colour you can possibly blend. It just means that you need to take your time on those parts. So I just keep dipping into this orange shade and I'm working my way around the eye like before. Again, be really careful if you're doing the inner corner, you don't want to take black too far. I'm actually just wiggling this brush side to side in the corner to try and steer away from any unwanted mess. I'm just repeating the last step and taking the curved brush and putting more black onto the lids. Now if you can see there's this wee fuzzy kind of greyish mucky looking line. I'm going to fix that with this wee brush here again. I just put a wee tiny bit on the end of my Zoeva brush. I'm going to put the side of the brush flat on the black and I'm going to wiggle up the way just ever so slightly till it takes the muckiness away. My camera just completely cut out there and I don't know why. I'm nearly finished this eye. Now I'm just going to take a wee bit more of that orange and just put it around the edges. I want to brighten up the orange parts a wee bit more. Because this is looking so circular, I'm going to take a Zoeva brush that had the black on it and turn it on its side. I'm just going to drag out those wee edges. I'm now going to leave the blending there. I'm taking the flat rounded brush from Illuminator and applying more black to the lid on both sides. I want to set my eyes in place just now, so I've got my All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay. I'm just going to give my eyes a wee spritz to set them in place just now. So the foundation I'm going to use today is the YSL All Hours. I'm going to take my A-Body foundation brush. Just going to apply this. I'm trying to expand my techniques of applying makeup. So I've started applying my foundation in this kind of stippling motion. I think it tends to give a kind of better finish. The only thing I would say is it uses a lot more product. I'm going to take care when I go around my eyes so that I don't go anywhere near the black because I don't want to drag black eyeshadow with my foundation all across my face. This shade is actually a bit too dark for me. Honestly, I wonder if a person can get paler because I swear this was my colour and now it just isn't. I'm just quickly switching to my flat foundation brush from Real Techniques just to go around my brows. I'm just using this to go around my eyes as well. If you've got a bigger brush, you've got more chance of swiping it. It's going to just drag black all the way through. Now I'm going to take my NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Tool. I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes. Also just put a bit on all the centre points on my face. Taking my beauty blender and my Maybelline Superstay setting spray and I'm going to pat this in. Again, I'm not wanting to go right into that black because I will drag it through the rest of my face. Just because I want my highlighted areas to be a bit brighter, I'm going to go in with this lighter concealer. This is the Lasting Perfection one from Collection. And I'm just going to put this directly underneath my eye in my wee triangle shape. Same with the other side. Blend this in. Now I'm going to put on my liquid highlight. This is the iconic London Liquid Illuminator. Love saying that. Liquid Illuminator. To apply this, I put a drop in the back of my hand. Then I'll just take my finger and I will pat this on like so. Then I'll get my flat beauty blending sponge from Real Techniques and I'll pat that in. I like to make it particularly shiny just underneath the outer corner of my eye. Just like that. Then I'll put a bit in the cupid's bow and my nose and use the small side to pat this in. So the next thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bake my face. The Mercier translucent setting powder. This is probably the most expensive product I own. It might not be the most expensive one, but it's like the most expensive for what it is. Do you know what I mean? £42 for a wee tub of loose powder. But I can honestly say I think it has just changed my makeup, just the way it looks in photos, the way it lasts, the way my bronzer blends in to make a contour and stuff like that is such a good investment. If you're looking to invest in yourself in a good high-end powder, then definitely get the Mercier loose translucent setting powder. Probably the most used powder. I mean, don't quote me on that, but that's just my guess. So I like to use the wee puff that it came with, just to shape underneath where my contour is going to go. I always end up getting my earlobe. With the excess after that, I'll pat it like round the centre of my face a wee bit. I actually like to overuse this a bit too much. I'm also just going to take a bit and put it right in the centre of my forehead. I'll then take a dry beauty blender to apply this underneath my eyes. As you can see, I'm going for a pretty mattified look today. While that is setting just now, I'm just going to take a little kohl eye pencil. This one is from Primark. I'm just going to line my waterline with this. So I'm not really bothering too much if it gets on to just below my lashes because I'm going to smoke that out anyway. Ow! Just taking my big dual fibre brush from Real Techniques and I'm going to swipe away that loose powder that is sitting underneath my eyes just now. And I'm also going to do the same on my forehead. I'm now just taking my wee eyeliner brush from Ellen Tracy and I'm going into the shade Spooky again and I'm going to start to slightly smoke this down the way. And as you can see, I'm just dragging it bit by bit. So I'm going into the shade 518 and I'm just going to smoke underneath that black. I'm always scared to bring it like too far down, so I don't know how far down I'm going to go with this. I'm finally taking this big face brush again from Real Techniques and I'm going to swipe away this powder. I'm also going to go over the centre of my face again. I'm now taking my Hula bronzer by Benefit and I'm going to use this to contour. Just using the wee brush that it came with, I will mark out where it's going and then I'll blend this up. Same on the other side. Just switching to my Real Techniques contour brush now, just so I can blend that out a wee bit more. I'm then taking my Technic bronzer in the shade Cinnamon. And with my multitasking brush by Real Techniques, I'm just going to go round the edges of my forehead. Baby hairs keep on going on my face. I'll also take this round the edges of my jawline. I've also taken this wee contour brush again down the sides of my nose. Now taking my Doll Light Duo, I'm going to apply the champagne highlighter to my cheekbones. I'll also swipe a wee bit above my brow bone to reinforce that highlight temple highlight. I watched Big the other day. You know that bit when they're like in the shop and they're playing with the floor piano? Literally can't stop humming it. So as always, I've just applied the highlighter to my nose and cupid's bow, and then I'm just putting the tiniest bit in my brow bone just to highlight there. For mascara, I'm going to use the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. I'm going to use this for both my top and bottom lashes today. So I'm just pitting this on my bottom eye and that. I'm going to take my time with this because I want my bottom lashes to look like really long. The lashes I'm going to apply today are these wee ones here. I've spoken about them before. They're the ones that are 53p off of Amazon. So I'm just going to get these glued up just now. While I'm gluing these up, I'm trying to think of a lip combo that would look really nice with this look. I was thinking Jamie Genevieve's lipstick because, I mean, that goes with just everything. I'm going to use my favourite lip liner. This is the one that I can never remember, like the name of it or the brand or anything, but I'll link it down below. So I'm just going to line my lips with this. These are definitely my favourite type of lip liners, the ones that are just like twist up rather than pencils. My lips aren't symmetrical, so I find it really difficult to lip line sometimes. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use Jamie Genevieve's MAC lipstick all over the lips. And I'll use my finger to pat that in. Now I'm just going to go ahead and apply lashes. So the lashes I've put on are actually just kind of shorter ones, so they're just in the outer corner. My phone is about to die, so I'm going to go and fix the rest of my face and hair, and then I'll be right back. Peace. So usually at this stage in the video I would be showing you my finished look, but I accidentally deleted the footage. It was just one of the most unfortunate things, honestly. So I went to delete old videos. I accidentally selected the footage for the wee outro that I recorded. As you can see, I inserted some clips of the finished look. You can also see photos of this look at my Instagram. This is at Calour Beauty. As always, I will link everything that I've used today down below in the description box. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching all of this video. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button if you would like to receive an update every time I post a video. See you in the next video. Bye!